Well, I want to go over the key nutrients that can help if you're diagnosed with COPD. The first one I want to talk about is protein. Of not having enough protein is muscle wasting. So on how we can get that protein and some key food sources for the protein. So some of the sources for protein would be tofu, beans, lentils, peas, quinoa, nuts, nut butter, seeds, seed butter, egg whites, lean meats, lean poultry, and fish. Those who have COPD, particularly if you've had it for some time, it is not uncommon to see the person not taking enough calories, let alone enough protein. It's protein, energy, malnutrition. So this person is malnourished because they don't have enough food intake. Ways that you can easily, either you who may be diagnosed with COPD or your caregiver. These are some simple things that you can do to increase your caloric intake. Then try small, frequent feedings, maybe even 4 or maybe even 6, it depends. But not a smorgasbord of food all at one time. You can try something like when you have hot cereals, because hot cereals are easy to eat. You know, let's just say you were gonna fix yourself some cream of wheat. Don't cook it in water. Most of us, we cook our hot cereals in water, be it oatmeal, cream of wheat, cream of rice, etc. Cook it in milk, preferably non-dairy milk or cream, preferably non-dairy cream, and add a little margarine to it. That will increase your calories. Another way you can increase your calories are smoothies. Smoothies are good. You can just put everything in that food mixer or that blender or that Vitamix, and you've got a lot of nutrients in one small beverage. You don't want to waste the food that you eat or the calories to be coming from junk food or empty calories, sodas, and things like that. We need the nutrients to keep those muscles strong. Your vegetables. Cook your vegetables in plenty of margarine or olive oil. Your dark green leafy vegetables. Nothing is, oh boy, they're so amazing. Nothing is more wonderful than those dark green leafy vegetables. But once you cook them and you eat those vegetables, don't forget that pot liquor, because that's where a lot of those nutrients go, because a number of the vitamins and that are in your dark green leafy vegetables, some of it can leak out into the water. Nut butters, nut butters, nut butters, and plenty of nuts and seeds. Seed butter, seed butter, seed butter. You know, like sunflower butter is popular. We used to serve it to the kids when I was working for the military, and it went over very well because a number of kids can't do peanuts because they have a peanut allergy. So try the sunflower butter. But plenty of nut butters, be it cashew butter, almond butter, peanut butter, just anything you can think of. You can try fruit sickles or that mango ice cream. That would be something good, you know, to snack on. I have a link for that mango ice cream, and you can see my cooking show, and I'll show you just how to make it. It's delicious. Again, trying to help you with, in a small meal, to get some packed nutrients. So we want to get the most bang for our buck. Also, I'm gonna give you the link to that blueberry high protein shake. Yes, because we talked about protein, but now we're focusing on calories, but you need both. When we metabolize and or digest our food, oxygen and food are changed into energy, and we get carbon dioxide. Well, we exhale that carbon dioxide. We know that when we metabolize and or digest fats, we don't produce as much carbon dioxide as we do when we digest carbohydrates. So a good recommendation would be have a diet that's high in fat and low in carbohydrates. And we want that fat not to come from junk food fat, not to come from chips and all of that. We want good food. And the fats that I would recommend are avocado, olives, olive oil, vegetable oils, coconut milk, coconut oil, fats from nuts, seeds, nut butters, and seed butters. When I was working as a dietitian in the hospital, I had to work with a number of COPD patients, and one product that I really liked was that Puma Care, and it's still available. I looked, and you can get it online at Walmart. And what I like about it is it tastes good. You add that with maybe some mango or some peaches and blend it up. It's like a milkshake. Or you could take it as is, but it's high in fat and it has a number of nutrients in it, and that's why I like that product. Another nutrient that is very important is omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids are powerful, and we know that an increased intake of them is associated with a severe decrease of exacerbations and respiratory issues. And we believe that they may have an anti-inflammatory effect. Two categories of COPD. You have emphysema and you have bronchitis. But with the bronchitis, you get an increase in the mucus, and the mucus can clog the airway or the air passages, and then that would cause difficulty breathing. So anything that can be an anti-inflammatory agent is a good thing to want to include in your diet. Now, one thing that may help is drinking warm liquids, like drinking warm herbal tea. But add in that herbal tea, and I like the herbal tea that doesn't have any caffeine in it, but add some lemon juice and a little bit of honey. That's good. A little bit more calories. That lemon juice is vitamin C, and although I'm not including vitamin C on my list, I will mention it. It's a very important antioxidant and is good with the immune system. Food sources for omega-3 fatty acids: walnuts, certain fish, salmon, mackerel, tuna, trout, herring, and flax meal or flax seeds. I use flax meal in a number of things. I use it in my casseroles. I use it sometimes in desserts. So I try to be creative in using it because it's very good. Now I want to include fiber. There's a low risk of even developing COPD according to a study, those who ate more fiber. Isn't that wonderful? It is associated with better lung function and can help prevent lung function decline. So good sources of fiber: beans, lentils, peas, quinoa, a number of whole grain products, whole wheat, bran flakes, bran cereal. I used to eat all bran all the time, but I think I have a slight wheat sensitivity, so I don't do it as much now, and I have to do other things, to get my fiber, which I do. Whole grains, oats, brown rice, avocado, prunes, dark green leafy vegetables, and you only get fiber in plant foods. And I want to end this segment with 3 other nutrients that are important if you have COPD. And once again, all nutrients are important. Good nutrition in particular is important if you have COPD. That's phosphorus. We know that a low intake of phosphorus is associated with increased muscle weakness in patients that have COPD. And food sources for phosphorus include nuts, dairy, cheese, and legumes. Another nutrient is magnesium. Magnesium helps with widening the airways and decreases bronchial constriction. Food sources for magnesium, you want to think of nuts, spinach, sesame seed, tofu, beans, and peas. And the last nutrient that I want to cover is potassium. Potassium helps the lungs expand and contract. So a deficiency would lend itself to breathing issues and shortness of breath. Some food sources for potassium are, now I know everyone is thinking, it is a source of potassium, but not the highest source. So let me go over some food sources that will give you even more potassium than Peach have squash, beans, prunes, watermelon, my favorite. And there are a number of others. It's plentiful in most of your fruits and vegetables, so you don't have an issue with getting enough potassium. The risk factors for COPD are family history of it or smoking, primarily smoking, either you're smoking or secondhand smoke, environmental pollutants, and alcohol. Nutrition can help and play an important role. And I just wanted to cover that in the after party. I'm Daz, I'm out, but I certainly look forward to seeing you next show.